Teresa or someone else got
Let me see.
You're in my groove, so.
Oh, yeah. You mean in Albany? Oh, yeah. Okay.
I was at the restaurant the other last meeting on Sunday.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's nuts.
Yeah.
United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Two of them. Get done. Did you walk around?
No, I was actually talking to her.
I yelled across the street.
All of the folks
How about some
that are
American?
currently in
You mean arms?
custody
Second Amendment.
of the political group. Ammon Edward Bundy, Cliven D. Bundy, David H. Bundy, Melvin D. Bundy, Ryan C. Bundy, Gregory P. Burleson, Brian D. Cavalier, Blaine Cooper, Gerald A. Delmas, Scott Drexler, Todd C. Engel, Richard R. Loveling, Micah L. McGuire, Joseph Donald O'Shaughnessy, sorry if I messed that up, Eric J. Parker, Ryan Wyland Payne, Peter Thomas Santilli, Stephen A. Stewart, Jason D. Woods, Dylan Wade Anderson, Sandra Lynn Pfeiffer Anderson, Sean Anderson, Jeff Wyan Manta, Jason Charles Blomgren, Shauna Cox, Travis Cox, Dwayne Leo Emmer, Eric Lee Torres, David Lee Fry, Wesley Jar, Corey Lingui, Kenneth Madenbach, Jason Scott Patrick, John Eric Ritzheimer, Jeff Stanek, Daryl William Thorne, Neil Sigard Wampler, Brandon Dodd, Levi Majors, Kenneth Madenbach, Joseph Stetson, and Skylar Pardue. All right, if we can get you to pick up your hats and bow for one moment of silence, there we go.
stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing us that star-spangled banner yet wave, o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Okay.
Hard?
It's only 2 miles.
Sure?
Yeah.
All right.
It's okay.
All right. You yours first.
Okay.
How are you?
Fine, fine.
I sat
Oh,
in
good.
the morning in shock after I learned that a man who'd been teaching me a lot about my rights as an American, he stood for a lot of things I stand for. One thing that I loved about Lavoie, he stood for everybody's freedom. When I watched the video of him saying he had never smoked a day in his life or drank alcohol, and yet stood for the rights of those who choose to do so, I thought, this is an American to follow because he understands this isn't about drawing lines. This is about allowing people to be free. That's why we're here.
That's right.
The other thing that I learned from Lavoie is that it wasn't the majority that started this country. It was the minority. The majority stood with England. The majority stood for oppression. It was the minority that stood up and said, I believe there is something better than what we are living under right now. It's okay to be the minority, you guys. It's okay to be the 3%. It's okay. Our voices can still be heard. We can still impact the American people. We can speak for the people who speak against us, right? We can tell them they have the right to be there. Ammon says speak, argue, but be free. Be free. We don't have to hurt each other. We don't have to attack each other. We don't have to tell each other to be quiet. We have to be free is what we have to do. We have to respect each other's differences and be free. So those are two really great things that I learned about Lavoie, through Lavoie, that I stood with him on. But on January 27th, I realized that although I always knew the federal government wasn't necessarily for me, I didn't know just how against me they were. I didn't know just how against the American people they were until January 27th when I woke up the day after and had to sit with the realization that a man who was surrounded and not a threat and had his hands up was shot down. A man who spoke for the very men who shot him down for their rights. That was a wake-up call for me, and as rallies were forming across the country, I kept saying, we need to be in Portland. The people were brought here that night. We need to be in Portland. We need to show Portland who we are. Do we scream and fight with counter-protesters?
No.
Do we speak against people who are different than us?
No.
Do we speak against blacks?
No.
We speak for them. We speak with them for the message of freedom. Not to tell them how to live, but the message of freedom. And I wanted to come down here and I thought, if I could come down here and have maybe 50 people standing in front of the windows where our men are being held without an American flag, without much of a voice, that would be quite an honor for me. And it's been really great just to watch this group coming together and being willing to come down here and show the city of Portland that we are not terrorists, that we do not support breaking laws, we do not support abusing people. When the federal government abuses people, when a pastor abuses people, when a white or a black or gay abuses people, we speak out. We speak for the abused. We don't speak against a culture or a group. We speak against abuse. And abuses have happened. The Hammonds have been abused. They have a cry for help out there for the American people, saying,
Don't leave any man behind. Don't hold out your days while Susie just had a total hip replacement and her husband and her son are sitting in federal prison as terrorists. Don't leave them behind because you have a vacation planned or because you have events to do. They have events to do also. But unfortunately, they're not enjoying those freedoms right now because of the federal overreach, the abuse. They did not receive due process. They did not receive justice. They received cruel and unusual punishment. They received excessive fines. They received threats. That's not who we are as a country. We have to stand up against that because that's not who we are as a country. It doesn't matter if it's the federal government who did it. Whoever did it, we oppose them. We oppose abuse. We have to do that. We have to stand together, you guys, which is why we're all here today. So thank you very much for coming. So we're gonna...
All my things gone. I've worked for all my life, and I had to start again.
Joining, guys.
With just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today. 'Cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away.
Yeah, now you got a bunch of people all pissed off that you're interrupting. These guys were having a conversation. Anarchists are allowed to talk with these guys. Media whores.
You have no authority over the Constitution. I'm not here to call.
Yeah, we know you like giving unconstitutional orders, Commander Westbrook. We know about the 1129 kettling incident. I was arrested during that for simply filming. You like to arrest journalists, protesters, activists, and now she's trying to interrupt dialogue between protesters on both sides because she thinks people in America shouldn't even have a fucking right to speak or say anything. She threatened me with arrest for being in the fucking street and filming because she doesn't like me. She doesn't like anyone that has any dissent on either side. This lady is a wedge.
There have been other people walking through here the whole time. This is like,
Everybody step back on set, please. Off the ground.
Like, how do I get me out of here?